Hi Molly. So tonight is not my scheduled night to be on Chalk Live. I decided I'd go ahead and come on just because I had an itching to do a live. And instead of doing it on my business page, I thought I would do it here on Chalk Live. Chalk Live is a group of talented Couture designers. We're independent designers. We come on and we show you some tips and trades and show you this great amazing product. And tonight I am going to do on our gosh, just like that out of my head, our boxed frame, big long one. We are going to do H, no O, M, and E. And then with this, for the O's, you can put things like football season, put your football, baseball if you want, baseball, summertime, springtime, that. And I bought this, it's kind of big for this, but I just love the little Barney and cute, like that. Get pumpkins, any kind of wooden cutouts that you want, you can put there for your O. Get a wreath at Christmas time. I'm going to do these. I'm going to do it in the peacock. I love this color. The camera never does justice for this color, and until you see it in person, you really don't get its beauty. Go ahead and open it up and stir it up. Just stirring it. This is a little thick, so I'll put some water in it. I use distilled water. Okay, I think that's good. And these are brand new transfers, so we will be, and I don't have my blow dryer out here, so we'll start with the E, and then we'll go to the H, and that way by the time we get to the M, the E should be dry. As you're coming in, go ahead and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm always going to write on the back, so I'm just going to put E. Before I do anything though, this is a wood board, even though it's Couture. Hi Amanda. Even though it's Couture board, I always wax wood. And I just have issues. So I'm just going to grab my rag that I use, try to find a place that doesn't have wax on it. There we go. And I'm just going to run some of that wax over the top of here. And that is it. And waxing, what it does is it keeps your transfer from sticking to your surface. And hi Ann. Indiana, wow, kind of late. It keeps your transfers from sticking to your surface and leaving residue, like the sticky residue or the teal color on your, I've had that happen before. But it also protects your transfer from getting damaged too, and your surface and everything. So let's take this off, and then we're gonna fuzz. Not a lot, just enough. I'm gonna place this in here. Is it too dark? Can you guys see? I don't have great light in my work area here. And you just rub it down, make sure there's no air bubbles in there and inside the silk screen transfer there. I'm going to take my small squeegee, load it up with paste, and just run it down the silk screen. Then I'm going to wipe up the excess, put it back in the jar, because you can reuse this. You don't want to waste any of it. And I always want to make sure I don't have any lines going through the silk screen area, because it will, when it dries, you'll be able to see, look like a seam. A little dark, but you can see. Okay, yeah, I don't have a lot of lighting right now. Normally I do this when there's light outside, but it's dark outside, so I can't even use the outside light. Then I have a tub of water over here. I'm just going to lay that in there. Okay, and then we're going to do the H. Again, I need to learn how. Oh, there we go. And my Sharpie, I'm going to put an H. H. And I pull, when I take these off, I pull them from the edge, not from the corner. You don't want to pull on the corner. You don't want to ever tug and pull on the corner, because you can distort your transfer and then it doesn't quite come out like it should. Fuzz a little bit. There we go. Again, you want to make sure there's no bubbles in the silk screen area. You want it to bleed. Load up my squeegee and pull that through. Uh-oh, I got a mess here. I got to clean up. See, I got, where is it? Go the right way. You can see I got a little bit of paste right there, so I'm going to take a Clorox wipe and because I waxed it pre-hand, it's all gone. All gone. And now we are going to do the M. Right on the back with M, so I know which one goes on there. Y'all see that? I dropped this right in the H. Put a big hole in it, so I'll have to go back over it when we're done and fix it. I'm like that. When it comes to lives, I'm usually a hot mess. Something's gonna go wrong. But it's all good. We can fix that. Try to get this close to. Okay, I don't know if you saw what I did there, but I just took this transfer and lined it up with this to this one. Just kind of make sure that it was kind of semi-even. So a lot of times, this is kind of a small area, but a lot of times I'll use like our placement tape, which I can't find right now. Oh, I'll use our placement tape and just lay it down and use that as a guide, but sometimes you can just eyeball it too. How long does it take to dry? Depending on where you're living, if there's humidity, it takes a little longer. But if not, it usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes, just depends. You can also take a hair dryer on a cool setting, and that helps speed up the dry. Once it's dry though, it's on there, you can do that and nothing's going to come off. Oh, I am such a hot mess. Okay, I'm going to get my lines out of there. Oh, I'll get this camera thing right. See? I put my hand right in there. That's why we have these. Always make sure your fingers are clean before you go to grab the transfer or anything, otherwise you're going to transfer that ink or that chalk onto your surface. H, missing the O, M, E, and like I said, do something like that. Like that. You get bigger ones. I just found these at a local craft store. So that was that one. I'm also going to ink a hat tonight. I wanted to show you, put this down here. Wanted to show you my trick for inking hats. We are going to do Messy Hair Don't Care on this light blue. I'm going to put this paste away first, so give me a second here. Okay, now all of my inks are now in my cute little carrying case that Couture has come out with. They're so nice. And wrong side. I need the black. We're going to do this in black. Okay, black velvet ink. The inks are always have the white lids. Paste has the black lids. Okay. When I first started doing hats, it was hard because when you put that on there, there's nothing back there to press against when you're putting, the ink on, and it would bleed through, and I was getting frustrated. And then somebody suggested putting it in like a bowl in there, which is fine, but it slides all over. There's no way to actually keep it, in one spot. So I was at Walmart one day, and I've seen this, and all it is a styrofoam ball in the floral department. And I stuck the hat over it to see, and it fits perfectly. So what I do is I put the hat on there, I pull it taut, I take straight pins, and I push those down on both sides to secure it. So now when I ink, I have something hard to press against. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on really quick. I don't need to fuzz this because it's on fabric, so it doesn't need to be fuzzed. Get my paste all off of me here. Okay. And then I just position it on the hat. I usually start in the center and work my way out. because the transfer is straight across and the hat is curved, so you have to make sure that the silk screen areas are being pushed down. It doesn't matter what the teal color part of the transfer is, because it doesn't matter. There's no ink going through it. I'm just pushing it down and making sure it's stuck to the hat. This is probably the longest part, is doing this, making sure that it's all pushed down so that there's no leaking. I think that looks about good. Kind of see it's all pushed down in there. The don't care is right above the lip. Open my black. And with ink, it is always the perfect consistency. You don't need to put water in it. You don't really need to stir it. It's always got that silky feel to it. When I ink, I always take the back like this and I grab it and I make sure that it's nice and taut, so it's not loose in any of the areas. And then I go and I make sure that nothing shifted while I was messing around with it. Okay. Ink on a squeegee. And with ink, you don't have to work as quickly because it doesn't dry as fast as chalk. So let's see, you just kind of, there again, just lay it on there. Sure, got it all in there. And then I'm going to kind of scrape off some of this excess and put that back in, because just like the chalk, you can reuse the excess. You don't have to waste it. Okay, here we go. Messy hair. Store my hand there. Don't care. Okay. Let me get my other hand. There we go. Messy hair. Thanks, Amanda. Yeah. I was so happy when I discovered how to do this, and because I had ruined so many hats. I mean, I threw away so many hats because they were ugly. So, yeah, I'm like, there's got to be somebody. And then somebody had suggested one of those styrofoam head things, and I'm like, well, that would work to a point, but it's really kind of hard to maneuver and work with. And this is so much easier because you can grab it and hold it with one hand while you're inking with the other. So I will let this sit for 24 hours, and then I will heat set it. I only have an iron. I have yet to get a heat press. So that's probably that's one of the hardest things to do, is to heat set a hat, because it doesn't lay flat on the ironing board. But once it's heat set, it's on there forever. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Anna. Thank you guys for showing up. I hope some of those hints were very helpful. And all my information is above the description. If you want to go into if you need any of the supplies or anything. Have a great night, and I will see you back here Friday night at 8 o'clock Pacific time. Thank you, and as always, be kind to one another. Bye.